Spending forever with the love of your life sounds perfect, right? I mean, even the gods themselves dreamt of eternal love. But many of their lovers didn't have forever. It's what you get when you fall in love with mortals. Being surrounded by immortals, however, meant that loss and heartbreak were really unfamiliar feelings. So the gods turned their lovers into all sorts of things to avoid them.
Just look at Apollo and Hyacinthus. The two were fiercely in love, but one day during a friendly competition, Apollo made too strong of a discus throw, and Hyacinthus, eager to catch it, was instead struck by it in the head and killed. Apollo did everything he could to save his lover, but not even the god of healing could undo what the fates had planned. Wishing he could join Hyacinthus in the afterlife, but knowing it to be impossible, Apollo turned his lover's spilled blood into a beautiful eponymous flower, and in its petals he etched ʻŌhiʻa, the sound of his grief. Meanwhile, in Hawaiian mythology, there's a flower who professes her grief with no words at all. The volcanic goddess Pele was enamored by the brave warrior ʻŌhiʻa and demanded that he profess his love to her. However, he was already in love and devoted to Lehua, so he refused the goddess. Enraged, Pele turned ʻŌhiʻa into a twisted tree. Lehua wept and begged the goddess to undo the transformation, but Pele, satisfied in her anger, ignored her pleas. The other gods, however, saw what had happened and could not stand to see the lovers separated. They turned Lehua into a fiery flower, forever bound to ʻŌhiʻa's branches. Whenever a flower is plucked, the sky weeps with Lehua's tears, mourning her separation from ʻŌhiʻa. Naiá, too, couldn't stand to be apart from her true love, the moon. In the Tupi-Guarani legend, the moon was a goddess named Jaci, and she turned her favorite girls from the tribe into stars. Naiá, the daughter of the tribe's leader, was in love with Jaci, and spent her life trying to reach her. One night, after climbing trees and mountains to no avail, Naiá saw Jaci reflected upon a river. With no hesitation, she dived into the waters, but drowned under the river's current. Now, whether Jaci was in love with Naiá is up for interpretation, but it is widely agreed upon that she had love for her, because watching from above and heartbroken, the moon turned Naiá into a singular star, the giant water lily, star of the waters, which still blooms underneath the moonlight.
Heartbreak is always brutal, but at least we're not the only ones going through it. Even the gods with their incredible powers couldn't escape the tragic pain of loss, no matter how many plans they turned their exes into.